I became restless and I wanted to walk up to her room and bang on her door and ask for forgiveness, but all she wanted was a few days alone. I took a deep breath and told myself that everything would be fine. "It will be fine, man," Shashank said, his voice cracking. I could hear Farah in the background shouting at him for something. The vacation was going as planned. I could have been with him, buried in a warm duvet with Avantika, laughing and kissing, our toes intertwining. I cut the line and apologized for disturbing him. My mind was now stuck there. Every trip that Avantika and I had gone on flashed in front of my eyes. Kasauli, Rishikesh, Goa, Mumbai, the long talks on the balconies, the early morning bed teas, the late night snuggles, the morning showers, the cancel all plans and stay here looks, the pecs, even the packing and the unpacking, it all came right in front of my eyes. I slept peacefully that day, without a worry, without a frown, with a lot of love in my heart, images of her in my eyes, and the hope in my heart that things would be fine the next day. The days were not getting any better. I obsessed about tracking every movement of hers. From her room to the class, from the library to the mess, from the mess to the classroom, I was losing my shit. My only consolation was to see her crying occasionally, and it gave me a glimmer of hope that she missed me and wanted me back as much as I wanted her. It had been 2 weeks now, and there was nothing more comforting than watching her every day. Once every few days I would buckle down and bombard her with calls, messages, and mails. All she did was to tell me sweetly that she needed time and she still loved me. I could never say anything beyond it. Over the last few days, all the study groups had started working on their assignments, which meant Avantika was spending a lot of time with her group and Kabir. To see her with Kabir felt unimaginably painful, like someone slowly pulling all my hair one by one. I put myself in her place and tried to imagine what it must have been like for her to see me with Malini that day in the club. A few hours that I spent on the bench became a regular affair, a habit. I used to sit there and wait for Avantika to come. She never did, but I saw Malini every day on her evening jog with a dead look on her face, earphones hanging loosely in front of her, the tears in her eyes. I could see her pick up pace as she approached the bench. We avoided eye contact. Sometimes I thought of calling her out by name, but then I would decide otherwise. "Get over her," Mittal told me. "Mittal, it's just a break." "That is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. She will come back. Just wait for her." "Why do you have to follow her around?" he explained and lit a cigarette. He blew 2 smoke rings, the second one smaller than the first, and blew the second ring right through the first one. He smiled, impressed with himself. "I'm not following her around." "You are. If you had it your way, you would have gone to the movie hall today and waited till the movie got over," he said. "Movie hall?" I asked. "What? They have gone for a movie? Right? Who? Who they?" "Kabir and Avantika." "What?" I said as I spontaneously internally combusted. Shashank, who had been quietly working on a case study all this time, now spoke up. "Stop kidding, Mittal." They exchanged a nervous stare. Shashank knew too. They had gone for a movie and I was the last one to know. Simply fucking great. Mittal told me that her whole study group had planned to watch a movie, but people had dropped out, leaving just the two of them. Fuming, I left the room. Despite the repeated pleas of Mittal and Shashank to relax, I went to my room and checked the newspaper for the places where the movie was playing. A quick permutation calculation told me that I had to be at 10 places at the same time to be sure I could catch them after the movie. There was no way I could have guessed where they had gone. I decided to wait. My heart pounded as my eyes followed the second hand on my watch turn. I left the room and headed for the main gate of our college. I walked around in circles, sat, drank cups of coffee, answered roughly to the guards, who seemed concerned and desperately tried to make time to go faster. My eyes were stuck on the approach road to MDI, and I looked for his car. I had been waiting for 4 hours for them to come back from that wretched movie. I saw both of them sitting in the car, laughing as it whizzed past me. The car did not enter the MDI gate. It just went straight ahead. Where the fuck are they going now? It was 8 in the night, and she had switched off her phone after my 20th call. The classes of the other sections were over, and students had started idling in the open grounds of the campus. Joggers were out jogging. They had been together for 7 hours now. Exhausted and angry, I walked around the campus, directionless and lost.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.